Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Wednesday yesterday. Today is Thursday, December 3rd, 2020. It is day 3. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you to participate in the Mindful Minute. I know that I'm not seated at my desk. I'm actually right out here in the main foyer of the school. I'm going to talk a little bit about what's behind me, the giving tree right next to me, and then the staff of the month behind me. We'll talk about that at the end. But before we get into that, and before we get so caught up in yesterday, let's notice the blessings of what is around us right here and right now. That's the Mindful Minute. That's all it is. And being able to get ourselves to let go of the past and the future, whether it's good or whether it's bad, whether we're nervous about it or excited about it, is something that really is healthy for us. It allows us to really notice that there are some great things around us, things that we take for granted, like breathing. So let's go ahead and get ourselves settled. I'm in a new environment. I'm going to use my eyes, for instance, and I want to invite you to join me wherever you are. Use your eyes and look around. Notice with your eyes 2 things that are interesting to you. I see 2 things. Using your nose, smell your environment. What does it smell like? And don't say nothing. Come up with a description. And using your ears, listen. You may feel like you're in a loud room. Maybe you feel like you're in a quiet room. But what are the interesting noises around you? And finally, with your sense of touch, notice, what do you feel with your skin? I feel the collar on my shirt around my neck, for instance. I also feel like this room is cooler than in my office. How about you? What do you notice with the temperature? And now that we are settled, I'm going to close my eyes. You don't have to. But let's go ahead and notice our body. Notice how the chair is holding us up. Or for me, I'm sitting on the floor. Notice how the floor is holding my weight. And take that first breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Very good. Breathe in, filling your belly full of air, and out. If you watch me, I'm using the starfish breathing method as I trace my hand. Breathe in, feeling that air flow in through your nose, into your belly, expanding it like a balloon, and then slowly letting it out. You might be using the smelling of the cocoa, hot cocoa, and cooling it down with your breath. Breathe in. But when you breathe out, allow your shoulder an opportunity to relax. In and out. As you breathe in, notice everything. Notice when your breathing in stops and you begin to breathe out, allowing yourself to sink into your chair, or for me, the floor. In and out. I am so grateful for those of you guys who are joining me. In. Noticing where you are, notice what is within you as well, such as your feelings. You feeling sad or happy or angry? Notice it. Breathe in and out. Letting your shoulders sink, allowing yourself to sink into that chair. If you notice your feelings, don't get too caught up. Breathe in. And why or what made you feel that way? Breathe out. Just notice that you simply have those feelings. In, one last time. And out. Now, in a second, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then slowly open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Let's try that again. Listen to the chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, that's ultimately your choice. You're the one who's in power. You're the one who's in charge. So choose wisely, work at it, and yes, enjoy the rewards. Now, what I want you to do right now is, well, you know what? Before we do that, let's go ahead and stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You could go ahead and have a seat. As I was saying, I want you to think about what our expectations here at the school are. Number one, be respectful to others and to yourself. And after a while where we were doing great on the bus, I also have to say, I'm getting some feedback that some of us are forgetting to be respectful on the bus. And I want all you guys to look at me right now. When it comes to the iPads, you are expected to be respectful in how you use it. Some of you know about airdropping, where you can share a picture from your iPad to another person's iPad. Be very careful about what you are sharing, because once you start sharing things that are not appropriate and disrespectful to others, there's no way you could get it back. Other friends will start sharing it. And I want you to understand that, because we do have to look into some of the issues on the bus, and some people may be looking at losing the privilege of using the iPad, and that is not fun. I really would rather trust you guys. I think you guys are great boys and girls, and there's a part of me that keeps preaching to you. My entire body keeps preaching to you. When nobody is looking, what are you doing? Are you doing the right thing or not? Now, I also know that there's a ton of you guys who, even when you see the disrespectful things out there going on the bus or even in school, you guys have chosen not to join in. And I want to thank those of you guys who are doing the right thing for being those heroes I talk about. The other two B's are be responsible with yourself, with the words you use, with how you use the iPads, how you ride the bus, being responsible with how you eat in the cafeteria, how you treat others and take care of them. That's responsibility. And finally, show that you're ready. Are you ready to learn? Are you ready to be part of Fort Zeller and our family right here? And finally, our character trait for the month is compassion, showing kindness to others as well as to yourself. And this is where I do want to point your attention right here. It looks like a Christmas tree. Certainly was designed to be a Christmas tree, but this is our kickoff to Operation Warm a Child. Many of us get to wear a warm coat when it's cold outside, and it helps keep us warm. But we also have to realize that there are some children out there, even here in Lebanon County, who can't afford coats, who might not be able to have a hat or a pair of gloves or scarves to keep them warm. And it's not anyone's fault. It's just that it's a tough time right now. And so we are asking for kids to bring in new coats or new hats or scarves or mittens and gloves, and leave them right here under this Christmas tree. It's a great way for us to collect some of these supplies, and we will send them to a place where it can be passed out to children like you who are in need. And this is our way of looking out for each other, respecting them, being responsible with how we take care of others, and showing that we're ready to serve in our community. So last year we had a ton of stuff that we ended up collecting, and it was so much fun being able to bring it over to that place that will pass it out. So that's Operation Warm a Child. Please think about it. Please bring something in to place under the tree. And also behind us, you might have noticed that we've got 6 faces. These are our first grade teachers. They're our first grade teachers, and we're spotlighting them right now. And you'll see that we have Miss McDonald, Miss Booth, and Miss Crandall, and Miss Hartman, and Mr. Gantz, and Miss Ogrechek. But you don't have to be a first grade student to participate in this. You see those yellow squares? Those are blank stickies. And when you walk by, go ahead and take one off, and you could write a little note. You could write a note to all of the first grade teachers, or you could write a note to one special first grade teacher. Like if you're in 2nd grade, maybe you had one of these teachers as a first grade teacher. Maybe you could write a thank you to them. Make sure, and if you're writing to a teacher, make sure you write their name on it. If you're in kindergarten, you want to draw a picture or write a little message to one of these first grade teachers you might have next year. Go for it too. This is our way of showing how much we love our teachers as well. They're doing a lot of great work, they're showing a lot of love, and they are working really, really hard this year. So think about doing that. Like I said, when you see a blank one, rip one off. When you take it back to your classroom, write a nice little note, and then you could slap it back on next time you pass on by the sign. All right, this is a longer morning announcement, but I did want to share all of this with you. I can't wait to see you guys around. Let's make today a wonderful, awesome day. Choose wisely, do the right thing, even when nobody else is looking, especially on the bus, guys.